FOMO, the fear of missing out. I think we have all experienced this before, whether it may be that we saw somebody else be on a cool vacation and they posted on social media, or everybody else was going to a really trendy party and we wanted to be part of it as well, or we didn't put our money in a risky meme stock that had the potential to go up 200%, whatever it may be. I think we've all experienced this before, that we think if we don't do something we might miss out, and we might miss out on certain chances and certain fun events. But today I want to talk about why I think that you're not really missing out on anything and how to end your FOMO. First off, I want to start with a little story, and this will also include the main points I'm trying to make here. Let's get right into it. So recently there was this party. A lot of my friends, or not really friends, more like people I was close to, I used to hang out with, but I wouldn't call them my friends anymore because I just don't hang out with them that much. They all told me that they were going to a cool party the next day, like the evening. They told me I was at a birthday of one of them. They told me, yeah, Julian, are you coming tomorrow? And I didn't even hear of that. So naturally the next day they all went and I didn't, because on the one hand side I didn't really feel like going there. On the other hand side I wasn't invited, so I didn't feel like I would belong there. So anyways, in the evening I sat there. I thought about this, like, am I missing out now? Are they all having fun and making experiences and stuff? And I saw the Instagram stories and everybody was drinking and smoking and just, they seemed like they had a good time. Honestly, because I'm at this point in my life where I don't have FOMO anymore, I actually didn't care that much, because as I said, they all drank alcohol and they all smoked cigarettes, and these are two things that I don't do because first off, they're not really healthy, and secondly, I don't see the point in doing them. I don't see what benefit you get from it. So what ended up happening that evening was that I, instead of like going there as well, or feeling lonely or sad that I didn't go there and that I was so anxious that I missed out on this opportunity, I actually didn't see it as a missed chance, but more as an opportunity for myself. And I caught up on a push workout that I was procrastinating on the entire day. So while everybody else was partying there and drinking, I was hitting one of the best push workouts I had in a long time this evening, and I felt so amazing. I guess it was just me alone in my basement doing some exercises, listening to the music I liked, and I could listen to them as loud as I wanted to, and I was just in peace because I knew that I didn't miss out on anything, right? These are probably the most important lessons that I can give you here today. That first off, you're not missing out on anything, because you can never miss out on life. And I think this is so important to understand, because we seem to think that life is only worth living once we have these cool moments where we're surrounded by friends and we party and we have fun and we drink and everything just seems to make fun. But I think life is about a lot more than just having fun, and while every once in a while doing that stuff is probably going to enhance your life's quality, I don't think that if you're not going to every single party there is, or that your friends are invited to, that you're missing out on anything. I think it's quite the opposite. I actually like not going to parties and rather work on myself and work on my stuff. So I remember that evening, like as I said, I worked out. I also worked on a YouTube video. I caught up on the habits I wasn't doing that day. I also read for 30 minutes, then I stretched, and all in one it was a really good evening because I was doing stuff that was actually helping me. And so I thought of it like that I didn't miss out, because as I said, I was doing things that actually benefited me and that were also helping me and that were helping my life's quality. So in my mind, I wasn't actually missing out, more like the opposite. I was doing something way better, something way more productive than going to a party, because honestly, like most parties, at least I think, that are not that much fun if there aren't the right people, and I don't think that if I would have gone there that the right people would have been there. So that was actually a win for me. It's a really short video here, but these are like the main points. First off, you're not missing out on anything, and you can never miss out on life. Whatever you're doing while other people are doing the thing that you're afraid to miss out on, that is okay. And whatever you're doing, this is supposed to happen right now, and this is what you're doing with your life in that moment. And in order to feel even better about not being there, do something that you will actually benefit from and that actually is helping you. As I said, for me it was working out, it was reading and stretching and doing something for YouTube. I was doing something for my future me, rather than feeling sorry for myself for for not being there and not having the same fun everybody else was having, because honestly I don't think that you can measure these things. I don't think that you can have more fun on a party than doing something you actually like and that you are benefiting from. That doesn't give you this instant gratification. Another example I want to bring in here at this moment is that I recently hung out with a really close friend. I've already talked so much about that I get so much inspiration from being with my really close friends and real friends that I have. We were just like getting pizza and just hanging out, listening to music, talking, and a friend of him called him like 3 times and wanted him to come over to his party, and my friend said no, that he's busy right now, he's with me. And I thought that he was also not missing out because he had a lot of fun in the things he just did at that moment, and that was by having a nice conversation with me, sharing pizza with one of his best friends. And so it also depends a lot on the people you're surrounded by and on the activities you're doing. And I think if you get that in check and if you constantly work on something that is going to improve your life, then you don't even have time to check the social medias of your friends that post how well they're doing, because honestly, if you see someone else posting on social media and they need to show how cool their life is and how well they're doing, chances are it's just the opposite, because if you have time to post stuff, then that means that your life is not exciting enough to just live it, but you have time to do something that is really counterproductive. You have time to post on social media while you could be out there having even more fun. That just shows that you actually don't have that good of a life that you think you have. And if you, as I said, work on yourself and you are so busy on trying to improve yourself and become the best version of yourself, and if on these evenings where everybody else seems to have the time of their lives, you put down your head and you grind and you work on something that is gonna bring you fulfillment in the future, then that is way more valuable. It's also so important for your mindset. If you have this lone wolf mentality that everybody else is out there and you're working on your stuff, you put in the hours and the late evening. Basically, that's how I think that you can beat the fear of missing out and you can get rid of FOMO. And I hope I could help some of you that struggle with this, because I wish I would have known this when I was younger, because I would always get so depressed and so anxious that I didn't have the same fun and the same experience as everybody else. All I didn't realize, and that's the main point that I said before, you can't miss out on life. It's just not possible. Whatever you do, even if you're just taking a shit, you're alive and you're here, you're in the present moment, and that's the most valuable thing there is and there ever will be. So don't worry about missing out, because you are already there and you are already having a good experience and the experience of your life, and you can experience your life just the way it is without trying to show other people how great it is. So that's really my message here, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to have more philosophic and spiritual insight on such topics, and I see you in the next video.